Hello, my name is Benul Tomjos, and I'm going to present regarding the topic NoSQL databases. So this is the research presentation which I will be doing for the 3.2 HD task. So starting off with the introduction. So in this PowerPoint, I would like to briefly explain with the brief overview of NoSQL databases, the key findings which I actually learned while I was doing the research. So to start off with, I would like to start with the definition of NoSQL. So basically, NoSQL literally means not only SQL databases. So it actually means it helps us, or it is a class of database management system made to support many different types of data models. So the key characteristics which I have found out after going through a lot of research papers, it helps us in storing and retrieving mass amounts of data. It offers advantages in terms of performance, scalability, and flexibility over other conventional relational database. And it also provides flexibility in the case of semi-structured as well as unstructured data. The key difference which I would like to pinpoint, or which I found out from the researchers, is that in difference with the relational database, they do not require a structured query language or an SQL. And the second thing is they do not require any fixed schema. Now, to go through two important things. One is the importance of modern data management. As we all know, the importance of data these days, because the amount of data is increasing day by day. So, having a NoSQL database will be very valuable and efficient because it helps us to actually save a lot of time, and it's quite versatile because it helps us in managing large data, analyzing data in real time, and it's also make it possible to manage varied and dynamic datasets effectively. And the main objective of the research is that to investigate many kinds and applications of NoSQL database, and also the benefits and the difficulties which has been incorporated by NoSQL databases, as well as the perspective the market has to offer for in the case of NoSQL database, and also in the 3.2 as well as the 4.2c credit task. The main topic which I used to actually display the database was American International School of Kuwait. So I'm actually displaying those concepts as well as a practical scenario of what could actually help American International School if they do implement NoSQL databases. So the types of NoSQL databases are key value stores, document stores, column family stores, and graph databases. So the first thing is key characteristics. So it actually means it's a simple data model which actually pairs keys with values. The different types of examples which is present is Redis, Amazon, and DynamoDB. The second thing is document stores. Document stores key characteristic is they store the data as documents, basically JSON or BSON. Example, MongoDB and CouchDB. The third one is column family stores, and the key characteristic is it organizes data into columns designed for read or write efficiency. And the examples are Apache Cassandra, HBase, etc. Then the graph databases, the key characteristic is it is optimized for handling data with complex relationship, and it uses nodes and edges. So the example is Neo4j and Amazon Neptune. Now, I would like to bring into your notice the key advantages of NoSQL database. The four key advantages is scalability. It is actually the scalability actually means it helps in distributing data across multiple servers. And I have also the flexibility in data modeling means it helps us to actually facilitate schemaless data. The main advantage of using a NoSQL database is we don't require a schema in NoSQL databases. And the example is MongoDB, as we have properly used MongoDB for various of purposes. Even I have used it many times for my projects as well. The third one is performance. And the explanation which I would like to bring in for the performance is it is designed with particular data access patterns in mind, resulting in quicker read or write operation. And the fourth one is fault tolerance. It helps us to actually withstand hardware malfunctions and provide data accessibility via replication. The next slide I would like to take you is into the challenges. So the challenges is eventual consistency. We can't guarantee the consistency in NoSQL database because the data will be there eventually, but it will not be there immediately. So it will not be consistent across all nodes. The second thing is limited query capabilities. So NoSQL database frequently lack SQL databases. So it can be actually complex because the queries can be complex, and maybe this can actually lead to a lot of confusion as well. The third one is data modeling complexity. Since there is no set schema, thorough preparation and knowledge of data access patterns are very much necessary. So the impact which can cause is data modeling become more difficult and the demand more work to guarantee effective and efficient data retrieval and storage. Now going into the market and literature review, the different types of things which I have taken as for the literature and market review is MongoDB, Aperna distributed column family store, basically Cassandra, Redis, Amazon DynamoDB, and the leading graph database, which I have already mentioned in my previous slides. And the key research findings and insights is actually performance benchmarking. So studies actually show NoSQL database outperform relational database in high throughput scenarios. As I mentioned earlier, large data actually requires the efficient system. So NoSQL database can be very important in that case. And the second thing is data modeling practices. It emphasizes the importance of understanding data access patterns and use cases. And the third one is distributed systems theory. And the trend and development is adoption of multiple model databases. The second thing is integration with big data ecosystem. And the fourth one is advancement in scalability and performance. So the application scenario, which I mentioned earlier, is AI is great. So when it comes to school, it actually has to maintain student records, including attendance, grades, and personal data. The second thing is it needs to organize and access course, instructor, enrollment, and gradebook data. Third one is facilitate immediate access to data for administrative and instructional objectives. And the fourth one is managing increasing volumes of data as the number of students and course option rises. So how can NoSQL help is, as I mentioned earlier, all these advantages actually help school because it helps us to actually scale the things. It will be flexible, and there will be instantaneous access, as well as a distributed architecture can also be found. So a lot of things can be actually changed from a relational database to actually a NoSQL database, and a lot of things can be offered from a NoSQL database. So the conclusions which I would like to mention is NoSQL database scalability and flexibility make them essential for contemporary data management. Second thing is distributed computing and real-time analytics actually present a lot of opportunities. And the third thing is the future directions. To secure data, address privacy and security issues. Fourth one is address security and privacy concern to ensure data protection. And the recommendations is multidisciplinary research group to address difficult problems, to speed up innovation, promote information sharing through conferences and open source projects. So this is the kind of thing which I actually learned from by doing a lot of research in the NoSQL database, and I could learn a lot of things and understand a lot of things. Thanks. This is my presentation, and thank you.